Okay, basically, what we did coming back from the break, just to prove to you that this is something that I actually make. This is dinner today, Sunday, whatever the fuck the date is. I'm a retard. I can't keep track of shit like that. But now, basically, this is something that I actually eat, and people actually like my chicken. So I do cook for people. Today we're making fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, instant of course, because who the fuck's got 45 minutes to peel potatoes? And we're gonna make some deluxe macaroni and cheese. But I'm just trying to show you what I did is basically I took 2 pieces of chicken and I threw it in the oil, slightly, of course, low and slow basically wins the race. My stove is sitting at a medium high, and in a few minutes it looks like I'm gonna have to turn that down because if your oil gets too hot, basically it's gonna burn your breading, and it's gonna take twice as long, believe it or not, to cook the inside of the chicken. And basically you'll have done chicken in the middle and then burnt breading on the outside, and nobody wants that. So we're gonna let that sit there for just a couple more minutes. And as you can see the oil coming up on the top of the chicken, you see the light browning happening. That's good. That's exactly what you want. For those that like crispy recipes, this is the way to be. And as you see, I don't got 8 gallons of oil in my pan to fry some chicken. You don't need a deep fryer to fry some chicken. You just gotta go low and slow. That's the only way to do it. Now we're gonna do some shelf cheese. Now this chicken's been sitting in here from anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and we're just gonna go ahead and give these a turn. Now if you see how this looks nice and golden brown, this is what you're looking for right here. This is all fried chicken is. This is all, there's really nothing to it. It's just seasonings, egg, and, flour. I mean, who the hell can't do this? Alright, now, here I got 2 separate pans. This isn't really relevant to the video, but I just want to make sure that you YouTubers know what the fuck's going down here. Okay, I got 2 pans. I got a small saucepan, and I got what you would consider a large saucepan. And in the large saucepan, both these saucepans have salt water in them. With instant potatoes, man, you ain't got salt, you ain't got nothing. Okay? Now, as you can clearly see, the smaller saucepan, obviously because it's on a high heat, is boiling faster than the larger saucepan, and that small saucepan is going to be for our potatoes. Now, basically, you just follow the measurements on the package. Me, I always do my own thing and say, fuck it. And, once the water starts to boil, I turn it off. And I just start pouring flakes until I get the consistency that I want. We'll start with that right there. Mix that in. And if you notice, we got like a potato soup consistency. Well, I like my shit to be nice and thick and stick to you. I didn't get this fat just by sitting on my ass. So we're gonna pour some more in there. Give it another dose. And basically, I'll just keep adding little by little until I get the consistency of the mashed potatoes that I want. And I'm really only feeding 3 people, but I'm telling you, one full plate of this food will fill you up. I mean, I'm 300 and fucking, I'm 380 pounds, whatever the hell I weigh, but I'm telling you, this will fill my fat ass up. You could feed Devo with these mashed potatoes. You see? Mashed potatoes are done. That's basically all there is to it. And now, I'm going to go ahead and flip my chicken. This first piece that I put in looks to be about done, but, I ain't down with salmonella, so I'll go ahead and let that sit just a little bit longer, and then we'll check it. And in a minute, when I check it, I'll show you how to check it too. Okay, well, my potatoes are still nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and give them a generous helping of various seasonings, but most importantly, okay, we're going to go ahead and thrust in 2 tablespoons. Do not be shy. I get down like Paula Deen the Butter Queen, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and get that 2 big scoops of fucking butter there. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is, like I told you, I don't fuck around, I swear by these seasonings. I use them on everything, and everything we generally make in this motherfucker tastes good. Now, we're going to go ahead and, believe it or not, give it a generous helping of fucking onion powder. And when I mean generous, I mean flood that motherfucker with some onion powder. Alright? Now, we're going to come through with the garlic powder. And we want just enough so that garlic is in there, okay? Just like that. And then now we're going to come through with a little bit of pepper. And if you notice, I didn't use any garlic salt. Well, salt is crucial to potatoes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is give that a nice good stir. You see that butter melting and all that shit is just fucking giggedy, right? Well, if you notice how the potatoes look slightly runny, that's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Okay, eventually these damn things are going to cool down while we're cooking here. Okay? And as they cool down, they will thicken up just enough to where you could call that potatoes. And now, we're going to come through with some salt, man. Just like that. Boom. And that's it. Crispy. We're going to let that cool down. And in a couple minutes, we're going to taste it. And if it needs any more salt, pepper, or whatever I feel it's missing, then we're going to go ahead and season it up again. Now, if you'll notice, this chicken is on some KFC shit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and check this. Now, instead of taking the chicken out of the grease, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fork. And maybe a steak knife, because I might have to cut into this if I can't tell by feel. Soft in the middle. It's done. Now, this chicken is just about where I want it to be. Now, if you notice, see, I'm going to cut right inside there. And we don't see any pink there. Okay? So, this is basically crispy. And now again on this one, I'm going to give this one a flip. But before I do that, so I don't get a false reading, I'm going to go ahead and dig into this right here. Yeah, that shit. Here, let me do this again so you can see this. You can clearly see in the middle that the chicken is nice and white and tender. Now, I like a little bit of crisp on my chicken. So, I'm going to flip this one more time. Just let it sit in there a couple seconds by itself.